you gentlemen with us.
Thank you very much.
Now let's begin with Dr. Orakwe. This year's celebration takes into account the COVID-19 pandemic and its disruptions, especially their education. As a child's rights advocate, how much of a setback do you think this caused the children, with schools rushing to play catch-up?
Well, everybody knows, thank you for having me. Everybody knows that the COVID pandemic pulled the rug or the carpet from under everybody's feet, children inclusive. So the backward movement was across the board. Couldn't find anybody, any section of society that said we were not impacted by it. So the children like that too. To have stayed out of school for more than an academic calendar year is a major setback. It has never happened before. So the fact that the governments are beginning to manage them back in schools and controlled environment where COVID can be managed successfully is a major step in the right direction. And so we urge governments to do all they can for the children because the children they represent the future of this country. In fact, it represents the future of any society. And that is why we care more and we are compelled to campaign for an all-inclusive program of action designed to prepare our children for the challenges of tomorrow. And that is why we're here. Incidentally, today our focus is not generally on children, because if we do that, we could speak for 20 hours and not finish the matter. But today our focus is on the children who are in conflict with the law and how they are treated, especially with reference to the ability of the states to put into motion, to put into practice mechanisms for ensuring that children who fall foul of our laws are treated according to the Child Rights Act and not condemned to criminality, but given opportunities.
That brings me to my next question.
Themselves.
That brings me to my next question, Dr. Orakwe. I was about to ask you, one of the issues that usually comes up for discussion on a day like this is the Child Rights Act. So what areas of concerns are yet to be dealt with?
Well, the area that concerns us now is the children criminal justice system. You know, planners of development in societies are expected to plan for children, plan for their future. While you are planning for the future of these children, you're also planning for those who act outside the law. There is no gainsaying the fact or repeating the fact that there will always be offenders in any society. So if you are planning, you also be planning. But we are lacking in the area of planning for children who come in conflict with the law. Yes, in 2 years' time, it will be 20 years that Nigeria domesticated the Child Rights Act. And as I speak to you, close to 26 states have actually also adopted that law.
Well, for instance, thank you. For instance, in Kano State, this criminal justice system, as Dr. Orakwe was talking about, in Kano we have a lot of things to do. Even now the law has been passed already, and we are suggesting that every state government should be involved in this situation. For instance, in Kano State, the law is already domesticated, and effort is underway and is in the advanced stage to implement and use these policies. As such, we in Kano State, we have done a lot to see that the children who are in conflict with the law have the right to many things like recreational facilities, leisures, and the rest. And we hope that in a very shortest period of time, Kano State will be one of the 26 states that will implement and domesticate this law soonest.
Well, how can these centers help reform young offenders?
Well, these young offenders, as everybody knows, these children are our children, and we have to work hand in hand with CSO, individuals and organizations to see that all aspects of life in these children have been fulfilled. For instance, these young offenders or young criminals as per se, most of them, they came from different places. When they came to the cities, you will find that a lot of cases has been drawn off. So in that respect, we have a lot to do concerning these children in conflict with the law so that we can curtail the menace of the problem.
Consultant Child Rights, Rule of Law and Criminal Justice, Dr. Ifediora Orakwe, and Director, Child Correctional Center, Kano State Ministry of Women Affairs, Mr. Musa Turauni. A pleasure having both of you on the program today.